entrepreneur. At this point, I would want to quickly run through an introduction of our panel on the high table so that you get to know who is seated before you. To the very extreme left, we have Mr. P.B. Aqua. He's the Registrar of the University College. Next to him is our Vice Principal, the very Reverend Edusa Eyise. Next to the right of Reverend Edusa Eyise, we have the Principal, Very Reverend Professor Ejapon. Well, next to Prof, I will skip for now because the proper introduction will be done later. To his right, we have who have traveled from here. Our Ghanaian participants, you are home, so you're also welcome. All right. We would also want to acknowledge a few dignitaries. We have Professor Dodo from the English Department of Languages, from MUCG. We have the Right Reverend Frederick Nro, who is our chaplain and business manager. We have next to him Madame Comfort Manda. She's a senior lecturer from the Department of Economics, University of Education. Reverend Abuajin Yama. We have Reverend Yali from the Entrepreneurship Training Program. So at this point, I want to invite the Director of SET to tell us what the Entrepreneurship Training Program is about. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chrissy. The Principal, the Vice Principal, the Registrar, our distinguished guest speaker, Professor Dodu, resource persons, the participants of GET 2015, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. The Global Entrepreneurship Training, or GET for short, is a UNESCO and Korean government-sponsored program to help build the capacity for sustainable development among developing countries. Its purpose is to help develop entrepreneurship mindsets across emerging economies. GET is an offshoot of the Global Entrepreneurial Goal to develop a series of short-term intensive training programs in entrepreneurship and offer them as both on-site and off-site training to serve as a detonator of the capacity building process. The GET program being offered now is a result of this objective. The program was first launched in Korea in 2008 for developing countries. And then at that time, students who were studying in Korea were invited. In the first program, the number of participants were 27. Since then, it has been offered in 6 different countries and in 3 different continents and produced over 1,600 graduates, including volunteers. The Methodist University College Ghana last year was selected as a regional center for the Global Entrepreneurship Training for West Africa. And as regional center, we will be hosting this GET and coordinate the activities of the growing number of alumni of the program. This is the 6th GET being held in Ghana. These include 4 regular sessions and 2 special sessions. Until this year, the Faculty of Agriculture at Wenchi, one of the campuses of this university, hosted all the special sessions. And let me at this juncture acknowledge the pioneering role and efforts of the faculty at Wenchi, through whose efforts GET got established in West Africa. I believe Reverend Abuaji Nwama will take this acknowledgement to his colleagues in Wenchi. Once I have the platform, let me take this opportunity to inform this gathering that the Center for Entrepreneurship, Education, Research and Training provides a number of opportunities, not only in entrepreneurship, but a list of other programs, including leadership and management development programs for corporate and other organizations. Our available resource in strategic planning is unmatched, and we are willing to discuss opportunities that could be offered, especially to the many units and sections and companies of our guest speaker. When I introduce him, you will see that he has over 60 active companies running in Ghana. So, Mr. Japan, we know that you hire consultants and they charge you. We at the Methodist University are very well disposed in offering similar and quality service to many of the things that you hire consultants for. And once we are here and once we finish, we will seek audience with you and discuss some of the opportunities that we can have. Because to have 60 companies is big, and I'm sure we can have some share in that and help you. They charge you big, but you know we are a faith-based institution, so we are very moderate, but we give quality service. Let me also take the opportunity to thank a couple of our volunteers who have been helping us in our preparation for this program. Now, are they here or they are outside volunteering? Okay, all right. Now, of particular mention, the principal is Mr. Joseph Bequin Opong, a lecturer at the Faculty of Agriculture in Wenchi, who has been our technical consultant and a real resource to this program. The PR department has been very helpful since last Friday, and throughout the preparation, they have also helped, and we say thank you to them. Before I take my seat, I'd like to acknowledge with a deep sense of appreciation the excellent work done by our resource persons in the preparation of the lecture notes and the various presentations. Aiko, some of them are here, and I would like to mention their names. Mr. Amiche is not here, but Mr. Samuel Enning, please. Yes. Then Michael Antobuatin is not here. Reverend Abuaji Nwama. Mr. Eninfo hasn't come yet. Mr. Isaac Nyakwata. Then Mr. Bernard Tutubuahin. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Director. Next on the program, we'll be hearing from our father, the principal of the University College. He'll give a welcome address. We'll call on Professor S.K. Japon to speak to us.
Good morning to everyone. A special good morning on a Monday morning. Yeah, once again, it's a great pleasure that I have in welcoming participants to the GET program. As has been said, this is the 6th one, and each one is unique, or has been unique. And I have no doubt at all that this one will also be a unique one. And in welcoming you, I also want to give you a charge. By the time you finish, as always, I will expect business plans from all of you, which perhaps the university can use. You'll see, for those who are attending the GET program for the first time, that is a hands-on, active program, and every participant is supposed to produce something, and that makes it very interesting and unique. My very, 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 very special welcome goes to the guest speaker, who bears the same name as myself. The guest speaker is a super exemplar of an entrepreneur, young as he is. And for those who do not know him, and I've just said that he has about 60 companies, let me say that his companies include Zoom Lion, which everybody knows. So, Joe, you are most welcome. It's your first time to this campus, and it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you to this function as our guest speaker. Let me take this opportunity also to thank the Handong Global University. They are not represented this time, but they will be, I hope, in June, for their cooperation and support for the last 3 years that we've had GET together with them. If they had been here, they would have been here with their volunteers, and they would have inspired the participants. But this time, we are doing it ourselves. And this is the whole import of international cooperation. We should be able to do it on our own and then invite them. They came here, got us started, and after 3 years, certainly we should be able to wean ourselves off them. So this is the first time Ghana is doing it on her own, and it should be a great success, just as the collaborative ones have been. Secondly, I don't know whether there is any alumnus of the GET program here. Is there any alumni? Oh, yes, I should know. Well, take the message to the alumni that we want you to propagate the message and also to form a very strong association. And when we are holding the programs like this, we expect a very good attendance. And well, you are welcome. I'm very pleased that you've been able to come. So, well, we'll talk later. I'll get your name, and you'll be the pivotal point for organizing the alumni. Yeah, Methodist University College shares the belief that one very effective way to help developing countries is to equip through education at all levels, and we are at the tertiary level, to equip those who go through the walls of our educational institutions an entrepreneurial mindset. It is important that it's not only teaching entrepreneurship, but we want to make sure that the person being taught ends up with an entrepreneurial mindset. If you don't have it, you will not be able to be a good entrepreneur, establish any business. You've got to have the mindset, and you know what I mean as you go through the week. And we hope that at the end of the 5 days or so, you will have acquired, or you would have been equipped with an entrepreneurial mindset. This is needed in order to create jobs, just as the guest speaker has created 60 companies. And I don't know how many people he's been able to employ. But without that kind of mindset, you will not be able, you won't even have the courage to plunge into it, let alone sustain it. So it is our duty as higher education, institution to inculcate in those we teach. In fact, we want to have entrepreneurship. At the moment, I'm not sure, but we want to have, even for the disciplines in the university which we teach, every student should be taught a little bit, a smattering of entrepreneurship. Apart from the fact that we will have a degree program in entrepreneurship, it must be a university required course. It is, okay, that's good. But they do it at level 400. Maybe we should have more than a semester of it. Let's start them at the beginning and also at the end. I like that, we get them into before they leave, so that the mindset will be there for them to go out into the world of work. Now, exactly a year ago, MUCG established the Center for Entrepreneurship Education Research and Training, CET, which is headed by Dr. Atue Suman. He is the director of the center. Now, this center is very dear to us, and we have charged it with the responsibility of doing a lot of things. Apart from holding the GET programs, we expect that the center will be holding seminars, and in conjunction with perhaps AGI, that's the Association of Ghanaian Industries, conduct seminars for young people who are getting into business, as well as those who are already in. And one thing that I have learned, and I've attended almost each GET program. One thing I've learned from our Korean collaborators is that they inspire their people by teaching or telling the citizenry about how people like Samsung, those who brought the big entrepreneurs, giving a history, so that if you know the beginnings of these great people, and here I would say, if we get to know the history of the guest speaker, then you will have confidence in yourself that, hey, I too can do it. If the guest speaker has been able to do it and he's got to the super level, I can do it. This is something we don't do, even in the universities. We don't tell the history of the great people who started from very, very, very humble beginnings. We need to do that, and the center is charged with the responsibility of ensuring that this is done. The center, as I've said, will develop very strong links with Ghanaian industries and really be active. We want to reach out, and it will be more or less the spokesperson, let me say, the spokesperson when it comes to Methodist University's contribution to industry, to business. And not only are we going to teach people here, we're going to reach out to the community so that the university will also pass through, we'll go to town. If we go to town, CET should be one of the leaders, apart from the other disciplines. So once again, on behalf of the university community and on my own behalf, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Please enjoy your short stay here, learn, and also demonstrate that you have learned. I'll come back on Friday when you are making the presentations to listen to you. And I hope that when I come, I will really have the joy of having known that you are able to demonstrate, to show us what you have learned. And that should be useful. And not only that, when you go back as an alumnus, it is your responsibility to ensure that the people around you benefit from your attendance at this session. And eventually we want to hear that some of you have become big entrepreneurs. If not of the caliber of the guest speaker, at least you will be literally getting to, or you will be on the road to becoming like him, or even beyond, go beyond him and do good for your countries. I welcome once again the Nigerian participation team. I hope that those from Gabon and the French-speaking countries will come, so that we really have a mix, a good mix of countries at this session. Once again, welcome and thank you.
Before we get to a very important point in the program, we want to acknowledge some of our dignitaries who have come in a little late. We have our Dean of the Faculty of Business Administration, Professor John Hyde. We also have Professor Kojo Ewusi, who is the Dean of Graduate Studies. We have Mr. Elike Abuaje, Vice Dean, Faculty of Business Administration. And we have our Finance Officer, Mr. Ejid K. Duncan. Now it is time to hear from our guest speaker. To introduce him, I'll call on the Director of SEC.
Before the introduction, let me